Hey guys, it's Sal from House of Gaia Pythons here. So before we jump into this week's video, I just wanted to give a huge shout out to everyone over at USARK. Right now is a really good time to be re-upping on your subscriptions if you need to, or even just donating whatever you can. Every little bit helps. Even if you're like, wow, $20 isn't gonna do anything. If everyone in this hobby gave out $20, it would be absolutely massive. So just do what you can. Definitely keep updated with things that are going on within our community, especially right now with something like the Lacey Act happening. Definitely check it out if you haven't. Go read up on it. There are plenty of videos that are coming out, especially from bigger guys. So definitely check it out and make sure you stay updated as to what's happening in our hobby at the moment. So I just wanted to throw that in there right before we start up. So let's get into this week's video. So what I wanted to do, I wanted to give a little update on my one of my Het Clown clutches that we hit this year. It was actually our first clutch that we got. It seems like something kind of funky was happening with the female from the mother of the clutch, and I just wanted to give an update on how the babies are looking. So I did hold back pretty much this entire clutch, including quite a few males. So I just wanted to make sure before I sold anything that if there is something going on, I want to be able to figure out what it is, and if possibly there is a super, I wanted to make sure I held back every male so I can put it back to the mom and see maybe if there's a super or if there's, you know, nothing going on, whatever the case. So anyways, let's jump into the video and let's take a look at the babies. All right guys, so before we jump into the video, I just wanted to show off the mom from this pairing because I do believe that the genes are coming from her. So I definitely wanted to show her off. And so just pay attention to that dorsal. Definitely the big dorsal with these dots. And that is what is going to be found in most of these snakes here. Also pay attention to where the neck pattern meets the head. It has like this kind of a fork look. Overall, the head is very light, I would say, for a normal. It almost has like, you can choose any one of our dark genes that we have going on, like chocolate or whatever. It has that kind of look to its head. Cinnamon, look at the eye stripes. So, and then what we're getting on the side is this kind of the same type of alien head all the way down. It's kind of this rounded look all the way down, and that kind of goes all throughout her body. So just I mean, you would just pass it up as a normal or just Het Clown influence if you saw it. So I understand why it kind of went unnoticed, but you know, as I found that the babies looked almost identical to her, you know, I'm starting to think maybe there is something going on with this girl here. So should be interesting for the future. Unfortunately, this girl isn't the best feeder for me, so she's not looking super chunky at the moment, but I am super excited to get one of the fire. I'm going to try one of the fire whatever this is, Het Clowns, back to her in the future and see if we can prove it out, or maybe even one of just the normals that look like her. But you'll see that the fires that I produced, they look more so like her, so I'll probably have to go with one of them. But anyways, I really wanted to show you what the original female looked like. Alright guys, so we'll start off with this guy here. So this is probably the most normal looking baby out of the clutch. So I don't think this guy is carrying the gene that we're looking for as far as I know. He definitely has a different look to him, but I think that's just mostly Het Clown influence. Still a really nice animal, and I did hold him back just in case. You know, he's got some very interesting alien heads and some nice blushing, really nice dark look overall, and really cool head stamp, as you can see. Pretty normal looking belly as far as bellies go, so Again, nothing crazy with this guy as far as I know. He is definitely interesting looking, but I think that could just be the het clown influence. But again, when you're doing projects like this, I think it's important to hold everything back just in case. So that's the first guy there. Hopefully you got a good look at him. And let's move on to the next animal here. Okay, next up we have another male, what would be, in quotations, normal het clown. So this male, I'm starting to see some resemblance to the mom, the female of the clutch, which would be these rounded, and right now it's gonna sound kind of dumb, but these rounded alien heads. And then once again, you have that nice spot on the head. Coloration is pretty normal once again. There isn't anything too crazy about this male, but again, it's important to keep all these males back. I find if you're gonna run a dinker project, you kind of have to try and figure things out, and it's best just to keep everything, even though technically it's just a male het clown, which is, I mean, I'll probably never use him for that, but again, just a very interesting pattern. Really rounded, kind of unison shaped alien heads there. So nothing crazy on this male, but still I can see that resemblance going down the sides there. Somewhat of a granity look in some of the alien heads, but again, nothing crazy. Belly is relatively normal again on this guy. This guy's quite adventurous, so he's kind of hard to film, but either way, nothing crazy yet. So let's move on to another animal here. All right, guys, of course, you know, every time it seems I want to do a video on these guys, one of them is in shed, unfortunately, and this was one of the ones I was really looking forward to showing you guys. So this is a female, what I believe to be that is carrying that same gene, het clown. So in this female, you can really see it, which is, I forgot to mention on some of the others, is a wide dorsal stripe. So super wide dorsal stripe. Again, you're seeing those same type of alien heads on the side, which is kind of reminiscent of kind of some red stripey, cypressy type stuff, or Rio or Arroyo is another one. But there's just something about this girl that looks different. She almost looks exactly like her mom, but her mom essentially looks exactly like this. You have the double floating alien heads there. Sorry, she's kind of blind right now, so she's probably not too happy. But again, this one I was really excited to show you. It sucks that she's in shed, but I want to put out this video now, so I will try. I'll see if I can throw up a picture of her right now. When she's not in shed, and then so that way you can get a good look at her. Hopefully I was able to throw that up for you guys. But either way, this one, I think I'm definitely excited to breed this girl back to one of the brothers. I have a fire het clown that I will show you guys, and I think he's carrying the same gene. So hopefully if there is a super, we can produce the clown version of it in the future. I don't want to get ahead of myself, but this girl is really, really nice looking when she's not in shed. So anyway, I'm gonna get her back since she's shedding, and yeah, just a beautiful girl. Again though, normal looking belly, nothing crazy about the belly at all. But all right, let's move on. Hey, perhaps I should have checked on this clutch before filming this video, but we have another one who's in shed. This is another female. Again, keeping with that wide dorsal stripe. This one's quite a bit more broken up, but you can still see that resemblance in the pattern. And hopefully it's picking it up. Oh man, it sucks that they're in shed, but and again, just, I don't know, there's something about this wide dorsal striping. They tend to get a lot of these dots in the dorsal as well, I've noticed. And it's a very similar shape if you can see it in some of the other snakes that I've shown. Again, nothing weird with the belly going on, of course. Should let me show it. But just again, just an overall different look than quite a few of the other het clowns that I produced this season. And oh man, it's really hard to describe. And especially when they're in shed. Like, I was really hoping these girls weren't in shed, but definitely you can see that last girl, it's very strong, whatever it is. But again, this wide dorsal with these dots on the dorsal, that seems to be very evident in pretty much all of them, especially, and with the mum. So whatever it is, it's definitely being passed down. So hopefully it is genetic. I'm assuming it is, if that's a cute little donut there. But anyways, we won't spend too long on this girl. I'm gonna get her back in her tub and let her shed out. So, but But hopefully you guys got a good look and can kind of see some of that wackiness. All right, guys, so I'm going to show the first of 3 Firehead Clowns that we got from this clutch. So I would say this one probably least resembles that gene, but still really cool looking Firehead Clown female. I mean, look at that head stamp. The dorsal, once again, it's trying, but I don't think it's quite there. We are getting a lot of that spotting once again, but that's just the pattern carrying over. But really, really nice Firehead Clown female nonetheless. So, I mean, I'm just happy to have this girl, whether she has the gene or not. I just find that's a really nice Firehead Clown. The male I used for this clutch is a super nice Fire Clown male. I got a couple comments even on him, people thinking maybe there's something else going on with him, which I don't think there is. I think he's just a straight Firehead Clown, but even this female still looks different than some of the other Firehead Clowns I produced this season. So I'm not sure if it's just a reaction that's happening between the two, but I really, really like this female either way. Like I said, I'm happy to keep her whether she has it or not. She'll be staying in our racks for quite some time and hopefully producing some really nice clutches for us in the future. So, but really, really nice example of what Firehead Clown can do. And if this is what it does with the mix, then I'm happy with that as well. Nice clean belly, nothing crazy with the belly once again. This girl's pretty shy. And actually, this girl was really small. She was one of my assist-fed babies this season, and she's eating on her own now for sure, and doing quite well. So, all right, let's move on to the good stuff. All right, guys, so here's the first male Firehead Clown that I do believe is also carrying the gene. So once again, that wide dorsal stripe, dotting on the back, similar pattern where the dotting is happening towards the side. And now we're starting to see that pattern on the side of the alien head starting to widen out and be very unison in form. So I do believe that this, if there is something genetic happening, this male does carry it, and fire as well. And you can just see the difference between that first female I showed and this guy here. There is a difference in them. I'll see if I can grab that female one more time and we'll take a look together.
2,000 years later. Okay,
so here's that fire female once again for comparison shot. Now she's probably going to be shy and I'm not going to be able to get her out, but you can see the difference in pattern. And even slight color, like this seems like it's cleaning it up quite a bit. There isn't as much dirtiness with it. But in that dorsal stripe too, especially, you can see that difference. And of course that could just be polymorphism. And you know, I'm not saying for sure, but this is why I'm filming this. I want to see some, I want to hear people's point of views and what everyone thinks. So definitely let me know what you guys think. But again, I do believe that this Firehead Clown male is holding that extra gene, just based on that dorsal and based on that pattern. So, all right, let's move on to the next guy. Before we move on, guys, I just wanted to show you, so this was the last Firehead Clown boy we were looking at. I wanted to kind of show you the difference. He's not gonna stay still now. So this Firehead Clown right here is from the same male, but different mom. So I wanted to just show you the difference. Now, mind you, they are different sizes, obviously, but just look at the difference in color, and look at the difference in pattern. Okay, so that's what I'm talking about when I say that this one has that nice wide dorsal stripe. You know, the alien heads are much different. They're very rounded, especially on this side of the body here, right? And you know, this, I know fire varies a lot. I will say it's definitely a gene that varies a lot. But even look at the head. Look at the difference in the head pattern. You know, this head, this guy's not going to stay still anymore, but much different look. You know, and again, it's that pattern that does it for me. This is more typical. This is what I was getting in every other Firehead Clown clutch. Most of the babies look like this, whereas these ones all seem to have this similar pattern. So hopefully you guys were able to get a good look. It's kind of hard. This guy wants to just go now. So anyways, again, I just have to show this boy off again because he's just, to me, he's amazing. I absolutely love this guy. All right, let's move on to the next one. So this is the last one we have here. This is another Firehead Clown male. And I do believe that this one also has that gene. Again, pay attention to that wide dorsal stripe all the way down. And those alien heads, again, that unison. I hope I'm using that word right. Anyways, the pattern looks very similar all the way down. Normal looking belly, another wacky head there. And again, just an overall different look than all the other fire het clowns I produced. And it seems like everyone from this clutch has that same look. And I'm using the same male, so you know, between clutches. So you would think that if it was that fire gene, it would have been present in other clutches, but it wasn't. It was just from this one. And some of these animals are they really resembling Mum from the clutch. So I do think she's passing it on. I don't know. Once again, I want to hear opinions on whether you think it's a gene that's already out there or if it's possibly a new gene. And I mean, it will be so hard to know. You know, this is a project that's going to take many years to try and figure out. If it is a gene that's already out there, that means I have to, you know, put it into that gene and see if there's a super form or if it's reacting differently or if the super version of this looks different from others. It's a long project doing these dinker projects, as they call them. So, but that's okay. I'm in it. You know, this to me is really fun and interesting. And you know, to be able to find a new gene within my collection would be absolutely amazing. Or just to have a surprise gene, like if it ended up being Rio or Arroyo or Red Stripe, or I don't believe it's Cypress, but I know a couple people did mention Cypress to me. I don't believe it's Cypress. I think Red Stripe and Arroyo, or even some other people said Harlequin is a possibility. But either way, anything that is a surprise is a good surprise nonetheless. If you gain a gene in your collection without even knowing it, that's a good day. So anyways, we'll leave it off on this guy here. Alright guys, well I hope you enjoyed this week's video. Like I said, I just wanted to go over that clutch one more time. It's just a super interesting clutch to me. There's just something about it, and I hope it picks it up on camera, but you know, I produced quite a few fire het clowns this year from different clutches, different mums obviously, but the same dad, and they look nothing like these ones. So and same with normals. Like, I mean, I've seen tons of normals in my years of ball pythons, and even just the normal het clowns, even with het clown influence, still it looks different. They look so much like Mum that I really truly do feel like she's genetically passing whatever she has onto her babies more so than a normal would. So I do believe there is something else going on, whether it's Red Stripe, Rio or Arroyo, that combo, and a couple other things that I've heard from past videos. I'll throw up a link of my last video up here just so you can see the thumbnail and go check that out. But yeah, I've had lots of different suggestions. So if you guys, you know, if you didn't say it on the last one, or even if you did, let me know what you guys think of this clutch. Let me know if you think there's nothing at play, I'm going crazy. If there is another gene, maybe it's a new gene, or maybe you know it's Red Stripe or something like that. Just let me know in the comments. I'd really appreciate it. You know, the more I hear, the more feedback I get, the easier it is for me to kind of try and determine what could be going on. So anyways, I really hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please like, comment, and subscribe. It means a lot to me. It keeps me motivated to keep doing these things. And again, make sure you're checking out USARK. Stay up to date, donate if you can, and we'll see you guys next Saturday.